Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. We're back here in the garage working on the Countach project. If you remember in the last episode, we ended off removing the area for the headlights that are going to be popping up. So today, what the focus is going to be on, I want to try to prep and sand pretty much from the hood all the way back, so that way we can get that all primed. And then the next time in the garage, then we'll continue from the windshield down and the side skirts, get that all prepped and primed as well. That way we can wrap up with the body and move on to the suspension and the headlight assemblies and the throttle issue with the engine. And then we'll move into the painting once it warms up a little bit, since this garage is not heated. So with that all being said, let's get started. All right, last time we were here, I took all the vents off, so all that has been completed. Only thing left to do now is I need to just take these side marking lights, the turn signals, off the back fender. The front ones have already been taken off. So these need to be replaced anyway. On the original Countach, the LP400 and the 400S, they were more of a square that was popped out. They weren't flush with the body like this one is. Then on the newer ones, like the Quattro Valve, the 5000s, and the Anniversary, they were more of a rectangular shape and popped out. But either way, they were never level and flush with the body like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these because we need to anyway to prime it. And then when we put the car back together after paint, I'm going to get the right ones that are more popped out. Hate that. Hate that sound. There we go. Went ahead and put this drop cloth over the engine bay area here. That way it'll protect it from any of the dust from sanding or any of the overspray from priming and painting, all that. So that way that's all sealed. So just kind of tucking that in, getting it nice and tight along the edges. After that's done, I'm going to go ahead and remove this, this weather seal strip going along here where the engine bay cover went. I started tearing some of it off, but there's still stuff on it, so I'm going to just take just a blade, cleaned it up real good, and then I think we're ready to start sanding it. There's a couple little areas that need to be filled with a little bit of body filler, nothing much. And then that bump out that I put over the back window several months back, I just need to clean up around there and get that nice and smooth. And then I think we're ready to start priming it. Went ahead, sanded down in here to shape it a little bit better, because the last time I didn't clean it up too well. I was just doing a test run. Also took the Dremel tool and kind of got right in those cracks real good, cleaned that up real good. It's got a little bit of some flaws in there, so we're going to wrap it up for tonight because we got a kind of a late start today. So tomorrow morning when we get up, I'm going to take some body filler, just smooth this out real nice, and then we'll light sand it nice and perfect, and that should wrap it up for this piece here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mask out for these back vents and around the door openings. We'll light sand everything down. 2 little spots to patch on the driver's rear fender. Patch those, and then I think we're ready to go ahead and give it the primer filler, let that dry, and then we'll use just the top coat white primer, and then that'll wrap up this time here in the garage. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Everything has been masked off here on the passenger door. I'm going to do it better when I actually paint this section. For today, I plan on coming up to right here, and then right here on the roof. So pretty much just the roof, over, and then here, and then back. Maybe do this the ground accent here, I don't know, for this vent. If not, we'll do that next time. So just pretty much mask that off so no dust and overspray goes into the vehicle. Next time we're in the garage, when we do all in here in the front end, then I'm going to go ahead and, because I need to remove all of the leather pieces that are on the inside so we can push those in, and then I'm going to mask this perfect, and that'll be doing this whole area in the front. So for now, this is just to cover it from any overspray and dust, so that's done. Going to go ahead and do the driver's side next, and started to detail in here. I'll get a close-up of that, and then there's a couple little dings on the back fender that I'll show you. We'll patch those, and then I think we're ready to start giving it a light sanding so we can prime it. You can see right there the gas cap cover has been removed. On the real Countach, the gas filler neck is actually coming through right here, but since this one has a vent, they put it there. I don't know why. I was going to just cut it and reroute it in that direction, but I'm just going to leave it for now. So normally there's a door panel that's there with a release latch that's on the inside behind the driver's seat. So I can't get the actual bezel frame out. It's connected in there somehow. It looks like they may have glued that in as well. So I pulled it out far enough so I can clean behind it, and we can prime behind that. And then I have the cap that's going to be done separately upstairs with all the doors and all the other components that are been removed. Sanding here by hand because I don't want to miss any of the contours. Looking here, there's some body damage. Looks like the former owner had kind of sprayed it or something. I don't know, but some crappy paint job under there. So I got to sand through that as well. And then coming along here, I got a little bit here I got to do. And then I think we're ready to move on to the other side. So taking our time. Everything has been sanded here. This whole back fender all the way up to right here has been sanded down. Any flaws have been worked on. So now what I need to do is I need to do the roof, that bump out around the window, and then the engine bay area, and then the other side. But there's a couple things that need to be filled with body filler. So around that bump out, and then here, a little dent right here, and then another one right here. Those need to be filled with some body filler. And then that will wrap up the body filler on there and here. And then we can then move on to sanding inside the engine bay area and then the other side. And then we'll give it a good wipe down and then prepare for primer. And then the priming will then accentuate any other flaws. We'll deal with those next time we're in the garage. But a little bit behind schedule, but we're moving along. You can see here the driver's side rear fender area has all been primed. It actually turned out very good. A couple flaws showed up, but nothing major. Coming around here to the back, you can see a couple spots here, and the sprayer started globbing up. So when I sand that down before we give the top coat of white primer, we'll get that off. But you can see there around the rear window, engine bay area, all looks really good. And then coming down underneath here, underneath has also been primed. Just here on the driver's side, I still have to patch a little area there, and then there on the passenger side, we need to sand that and do all that. And that's pretty much as far as I got right here. I had the top part of the fender all sanded around the air intake and the vent area. Still need to cut those out as we talked about before, but then this side here, I started sanding it, but it's getting way too late. So next time in the garage, we'll get the whole passenger side sanded off and get that all primed. And then we'll do the side skirts down on the bottom and then the front area around the hood and the fenders. There's the bump out area there around the rear window. Turned out really good, but you can see there's still some flaws there on both sides where it was mended. So now that we've primed it and the flaws have all been accentuated, there's a few that have surfaced just overall that need to be touched up. Here's the roof. Two spots here that are surfacing. There were some issues with the underneath when I sanded it. I thought I'd smoothed them well enough, so we have to touch those up. Other than that, the rest of the roof looks really good. All right, well, this pretty much wraps up this time here in the garage working on the Countach project. A little disappointed that I wasn't able to get that whole rear fender on the passenger side done, but we'll get that next time when we come back to work on the front end and the side skirt. So that'll take care of the whole vehicle being all primed. Then we'll focus on going over any of the flaws that have surfaced, as we've seen a few already. Get those patched up, sanded down, go ahead and reprime those areas. If everything looks good, then we'll give it the top coat of the white primer, and then the car will then sit until the springtime or summertime when the temperatures are warm enough in here to paint the whole vehicle. And at that point, during that period, during the winter, we'll work on the pop-up headlight assemblies and the suspension, as well as adjust the idling issue with the engine. So that wraps up this time here. As always, I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was informative for you. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate the support. Please like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.